world of sports. I'm Ben Bornstein here to take you for a ride. We get started with Florida Lacrosse. ALC championship game yesterday, and Florida would face host Northwestern. The little school from Evanston would get off to a quick start, seemingly scoring at will and getting whatever they wanted. They would hold a 7-2 advantage at the half. Northwestern merely adopted the comeback. Florida was born in it. It was the Gators' largest comeback in school history, and it happened on one of the biggest stages. Furious rally in the second half, and the Gators would win game 9-8. Not bad for a rebuilding year. With that win, the Gators were awarded a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament. They will play this weekend at home, and their opponent will be determined by who wins in the Jacksonville-Denver matchup. Florida has already played and beaten JU this season, a 21-5 victory, while they have not seen Denver before. The first game will be played Friday in the Diz, with Florida's game to follow on Sunday. Florida softball is coming off a sweep of Arkansas in Fayetteville last weekend. They're now 15-9 in the SEC and will head to Columbia, South Carolina for the conference tournament. The bats are swinging and making serious contact as Florida heads into the tournament with 3 players batting better than .300. They've hit 76 dingers as a team, and they're led by Lauren Hager, of course, with 16 by herself. 45-10 is the record for the Diamond Dolls on the season, losing only 1 game out of conference. They start the postseason against 5th-seeded Georgia on Thursday. Florida will be the 4th seed in the SEC tournament. And from one diamond to another, we go to the surprise team of the spring in Gator baseball. They completed the epic 3-sport brooming of the weekend with their sweep of Alabama. Casey Turgeon also earned SEC Player of the Week for batting .727 over the weekend. They'll come back home for 5 games before completing the season in Knoxville. Those games include a one-night stand against Mercer tomorrow and a Thursday to Saturday series with Vanderbilt. Their magic number to get the top spot in the SEC tournament should be about 3. First Game 7 of Sunday for the NBA, and it was the most exciting one. It's the first time since 2001 that Toronto even played in a Game 7. Toronto and Drake hosting the Brooklyn Nets. We skip to the third quarter where DeMar DeRozan hits the buzzer beater. You don't owe these people anymore. You've given them everything. DeRozan says, not everything, not yet, as his team is only down 8. Joe Johnson has his answer, and he just wants to watch Toronto burn as he nails the 3. Sometimes the truth isn't good enough. Sometimes people deserve more. And Toronto certainly did as Paul Pierce blocks the shot, and the Nets win the series clincher 104-103. Straight into our second Game 7, the Spurs hosting the Mavericks. Brendan Wright, you thought you could be a decent post defender in an indecent time. You were wrong. Timmy with the layup. San Antonio, take control of the game. And they would. The Spurs wondered what would break first, the mind or the body, and it would seem the mind in Dallas's case. Dallas is down big, but Vince Carter answers, and you think this gives you power over me? It doesn't, because he does fancy layup things. Tony Parker would prove to be the X factor in this game as he scored 32 points and was the hero San Antonio needed. The Spurs would prevail 119-96. We have a doubleheader in the second round of the playoffs tonight for the NBA. Former Gator Bradley Beal has been playing really well in the postseason.
It's always great to see former Gators doing so well in the professional level. More news after the break. Stay with us.